I can show the computer, so yeah, I have to open it on my phone.
Yes. Let me send it to you, and because my computer is gonna take me some few time. I don't know why it just shut down.
That is great.
You got it?
Yes. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah. Can you please share, please?
Oh. I haven't opened my computer yet. I'm using my phone now. So.
Oh. Yannick, do you have someone has a computer open? Because my computer, it just locked me down now.
I'm trying to, my computer completely went ballistic too, so I'm trying to reconnect it.
Yes. AMC.
Yes, but okay, send me. I will try because I'm connected with my Wi-Fi.
Okay, let me send it to you right now. I have an issue with my.
I will try to connect on the.
Yannick.
You don't.
Which?
Okay, Yannick, I just sent it to you.
Give me a few minutes.
Okay, guys, sorry so much. Sorry for the technology. So when I was about to go to my computer, it just locked me down. I don't know why. So that's the reason why everything shut down. Sorry.
Why wasn't to mute the phone?
Please, let's just give 1 second to Yannick so that he can share the information, share the flyer, the PowerPoint from his computer. My computer has issue right when I was about to share. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry for that, guys. Sorry.
Est-ce que tu as donné aussi le host à Yannick? Sinon, il ne peut pas share.
Oui, le host, c'est universel. N'importe qui peut share quelque chose. Tel que c'est
So
ça.
I already opened it. I need just to log in on Zoom because I was logged with my wife's phone. I need to log in Zoom with my computer. So I already opened the file. So
Thank you. So as Yannick trying to open, I will also take this opportunity to acknowledge the hard work that the CFO and our brother Landry has been doing for the association. And it is not an easy task. It is very difficult, especially when it comes to money. So money is the key point of each group. And I believe with the hard work that our CFO have been doing so far, and we are all satisfied. And I would like to acknowledge his job, and especially because of his own responsibility as a father with a lot of children at home. So, and also about Landry, who has been our IT for so long. He's been working behind the scene. So he's the one who has the backbone of this association. We don't even know. Without him, there are so many things that we are missing. And because of his technology and his skill in IT, he has been put everything digitally as for now. Most of our transactions are digitally, and that is because of him. And we would like to thank him so much for doing that. So that is a very big job. And I want not just the Bureau, but the whole association to recognize the job that Landry has been doing for our association. So it's very important. And today I decided to share about the musculoskeletal disorder, which is the next topic, the last topic for this meeting. Part of this because, first of all, that is something I do in the daily basis. And I tend to help a lot of people in the workplace setting in terms of ergonomic, in terms of how to prevent, those kind of issues from happening. And I just ask myself, since this thing is very important, I can see a lot of employees get injured, taking on leave 1 month, even a year because of some kind of injury that they have developed, and say, I don't know why it's happening to my own people, that we are to my own community. I don't know what the extent look like in terms of workplace safety. So I just say it's going to be a shame of me if I found out that there's someone in my community who work in the office base and has been sustaining some kind of disorder, some kind of issue like that, and not be aware about how they can do to protect themselves or to keep themselves safe at work, or not even their right. I just say, why not bringing that expertise also to my own community and share that with them so that at least they know what to do. And the information that I will be sharing, which is not like notarized, it is just my own information that I want to share. If I am in the workplace setting, when I checking, clocking, yes, that's become legal. I can say everything I want because I am covered by my employee and I know what to say. And everything that I say is going to be based on the guideline and the procedure that we have put in place in my department. So if you listen to my conversation, to my presentation, and you have something very unique that you want to know, you can contact me and I can assist you with some idea. But again, most information that I'll be providing is just educational, and you can make your own research in depth to see what it's about, or contact your employee risk management office to get more information regarding your policy and the regulation that are related to your workplace. So it's very, very important. So today, as I just mentioned, we're going to be talking about ergonomic in the workplace, and I'm sharing with the Canva. Yannick, can you move to the next slide? So on this topic, we're going to be talking about these different points. We're going to be talking about what is ergonomic, in fact, the objective, and the policy that cover the ergonomic. The responsibility, when we talk about responsibility, that will be our employer, the person who require us to work for them. And you as an employee, what is your own damn responsibility? And then we're going to talk about injury reporting and work compensation. This is also very important in the workplace. And also we're going to be watching a short video that's going to be showing a little bit, a few information about how to behave yourself when you are in the workplace. Next slide. So what is ergonomic? Every day we say ergonomic, but we need to know what is it? What is it? Ergonomic is in fact a science of fitting a workplace condition and job demand to the capability of the working population. What this means, very simple. When I explain to my employee, I just use a very simple language. Ergonomic, as you know, is to design your workstation, is to change, is to modify your monitor, is to modify your keyboard, to adjust your desk to meet your body shape, to meet who you are. That's what we talk about ergonomics. Very simple to understand. So you might sit on your workstation. If you don't adjust the keyboard, you don't adjust the desk, you don't adjust whatever you have on your workstation, you're going to be sustaining some kind of injury. So in terms of ergonomic, you have to adjust your workstation to fit someone who is too short, someone who's very tall, someone who's very big, or someone very small. So effective and successful fit contribute to a high productivity and avoid illness and injury. That means when you perform a good office ergonomic on your workplace, that's the benefit. the good productivity and the workplace. And in the meantime, you're going to be away from illness and even injury. And this is all this going to also increase a satisfaction among the workforce. So when you are a team, you work as a team, and we
What are
have
you
a
doing?
few.
I'm getting some water.
Water for what?
Just a drink.
To take a shower? We have a hot mic.
Mute
Hot
yourself, folks.
Okay, I just meet him. So I was saying that if you are in the workplace, when you guys work as a team, and let's say one person is missing or today because of injury, today somebody's not there, the team won't look very, very productive because we have one person on the team who's not present all the time because of kind of injury. So when ergonomic is implemented in your workplace, that's increased satisfaction among the workforce. And also assessing work-related factor that might pose a risk of repetitive motion injury or back injury. So when you perform an office ergonomic evaluation on your workstation, those are the things that we're trying to mitigate. We're trying to mitigate those elements to make sure that any kind of musculoskeletal disorder that we may have will be prevented. And the goal is to anticipate and recognize a risk factor and implement a recommendation to prevent injury. So technically, when we do ergonomic, most of the time, we always recommend employees, if you get a hire in your department, in the new office, it is very, very advisable for that office to request an office ergonomic evaluation of that new workstation where you're going to be working, so that the safety professional who's going to be coming to that desk, going to look at the desk and look at yourself and figure out, is there any adjustment that need to be done? Is the desk too high for this employee? Is the desk too low? Is the chair still okay? The cushion, the backrest, is everything work properly for this employee? So those elements need to be mitigated when you are assigned to a new workstation, to a new cubicle, so that it allows you to prevent injury. So that's the goal we anticipate in the workplace. We don't wait the employee to get the first injury before we say, oh, let's do something. No. The goal as a risk management office, we're trying to prevent injury from happening first time. So as soon as you get hired, we recommend to have that done in the next few days, the next few months. And also, if you work in this office and the next day you're going to be moving to the next office, to the next cubicle, because people move around. People move around the same department or the same company. So it is very important to understand that if you move from this desk to the next desk, this desk where you were before might not be the same setting on the receiving desk. As a result, it is very important also to review the desk where you're going to be sitting. So that is the goal of ergonomic. Next slide. So here we talk about the objective. What the objective of ergonomic? So the ergonomic program is to prevent a repetitive motion injury. It's very important to understand that in the workplace by establishing a proactive and responsible ergonomic program that enable employee to work productively and efficiently in the safe environment. So we must know that RMI that I just mentioned, a repetitive motion injury, is defined as a work-related injury. So people may ask, what is repetitive motion injury? So those are defined as a work-related injury caused by a repetitive motion performed in the course of normal work on daily activity. For example, let's say you use a keyboard every single day, and you use the same, and you're typing every single day. We call that repetitive motion. So when you type, and you don't have a very well set up of your keyboard, you don't have a very well set up of your keyboard.
For that meeting. I want. Okay.
Please, can you guys mute? You can share the background. Yeah. So I was saying that some of them may ask ourselves, what is a repetitive motion injury? So this is defined as a work-related injury caused by a repetitive motion that you perform in the course of a normal work. And I was taking an example of someone who is tapping on the keyboard every single day. So when you tap and you keep tapping and you don't maintain that neutral position, you don't respect that ergonomic skill setup, what's going to happen? In the next 1 to 3 years, you might develop what we call sometimes a carpal tunnel syndrome, which is one of the RMI. And the carpal tunnel syndrome, when it happens, most of the time, the cause is that a repetitive motion that has damaged the nerve. Because if you look at your wrist by the wrist, you have a bunch of nerves that are connected there, and those nerves are dispatched throughout your finger. So when you have that repetitive motion and you don't have a very good neutral position, you're going to develop that kind of injury. And a carpal tunnel syndrome, c'est un peu comme le panari qu'on parle au Cameroun là. Au Cameroun, we talk panari. You have something like, it's a similar. You have the pain that you have on the carpal tunnel syndrome is very, very detrimental. That's why it's very, very important to mitigate that. So repetitive motion injury also include, like just mentioned, the carpal tunnel syndrome, the bursitis, the tendonitis, which is also recurrent in the workplace. We have the epicondylitis, the ganglion cyst, the tenosynovitis, and trigger finger, which is also we see that on the for employee who work in the construction site. So those are the objective of ergonomic program. Next slide. So it's very, very important to understand why we have office ergonomic program. Who should have it and who should not have it? Where that come from? So prior to 1970 in the US and especially in the California, we did not have workplace sitting were not legalized. We talk about in California like Cesar Chavez Day, where people celebrate Cesar Chavez because he was one of the person who fight for the employee. It was one of the person. It was one of the ambassador or someone who have worked to make sure that farmer have like a union. Farmer, they're not. They should be able to treat like any employee. And prior to 1970, we did not have that regulation in the workplace. So we were working as a slave. You don't have nobody who can to complain. You just work like a machine. You cannot complain. You have injury. If you are sick, you cannot call off, because if you call off, you're going to be quick out. We have next person next day who can do. You can take your place. But after 1970, the CALOSHA has been put in place. CALOSHA is the California Office Occupational Health and Safety Administration. That's the official division that oversees the safety of the employee in the workplace throughout California. So, and in terms of federal, so we have the Code of Federal Regulation, Title 29, Section 9010. If you go to Google and you want to know anything about OSHA in general regarding United States, that is the regulation. So the federal government have put that regulation in place to protect employee in the workplace setting. Now, California on its own, which is its own state, have also developed their own regulation. We call that California Code of Regulation, Title 8, Article 106. This talk only about ergonomic, Section 5110, repetitive motion injury. So this is the regulation that we fall into here in California for employee in terms of ergonomic. But now, does all the employer have to have ergonomic program? No. Why? Because if you open your small office and you have less than 10 employees in that office, technically you are not required to have what we call an IIPP. Injury and Illness Prevention Program. Injury and Illness Prevention Program is the backbone of all the safety programs that each employee must have in their department. So if you have 10 employees and more, you better have your Injury and Illness Prevention Program, which going to be containing all the tasks that your department provide, all the job, all the different sections of work that you have that has already mitigate the risk and the hazard that are connected to those specific jobs, and what you have put in place to control, to prevent, and to help employees if they come into injury. So that is for CALOSHA. And the component of the ergonomy program for CALOSHA include the workstation or the workstation of field work site evaluation, because we have employee work in the field, the implementation of ergonomic control strategy, employee and supervisor training. So those are the components that you will see in terms of ergonomic program. Now, each department will have the choice to strengthen their safety program. For example, I will say the department that I work with has a very, very strong safety program, and it's been talking throughout LA County. But other departments, they might not have that stringent, meaning that let's say the Department of Health Services, they have their own hazard, they have chemical, they have employees, patient safety, they have needle, things like that. They have to draw the injury, injury and illness prevention program based on what they are doing in their department, and everything has to be connected to Kalosha. But in addition to that, the department has a choice to make it more stronger because they want to promote safety in the workplace. So each department has that choice, but these are the regulations that oversee the ergonomic program in the workplace. For those who have 10 employees and more, you are required to have your injury and illness prevention program. And if you have office-based employee, your office ergonomic program has to be implemented. Next. So here, it is very important, the responsibility. This is something that many of us, we don't know when we are in the workplace. There's too many responsibilities that are taken to place, but I just select a couple of them, two or some of them that I wanted to share with you. Your employer, as I just mentioned, has to ensure that a system is in place for employee to obtain ergonomic evaluation and implement a recommend change. Your employer have to implement a corrective measure in a timely manner to make sure when ergonomic-related problems are identified. It is their responsibility. Kalosha has already mandated. So if you work in the place where you have 10 employees and more and you are office-based employee, make sure you know what is your office ergonomic program. Make sure you know who is your safety or your risk management office and how they work to make sure that you are safe in the workplace. So it's their job, because I always say that to our new employee. You pass the test, you take the exam, you have been selected, you pass all the medical exam, physical exam, now you are a full employee, ready to do the job. Now, the employer has the responsibility to make sure the job you are doing every day, you do it safely. You come back to work safely and you go back home to your family safely. So this has to be implemented. Now, we know that injury can happen, even though the department, your organization has put in place a strong safety program. It may happen. Injury can sometimes happen. When injury happens, the department also has the responsibility. If it is a work-related injury, they have the responsibility to make sure that they take care of you, to make sure that they investigate why that incident happened, to prevent it, to make sure it won't happen again in the next following year to another employee. That's the responsibility, to make sure that corrective action is taking place and to make sure that everyone got a fair share treatment when they have their injury, and especially when it is work-related. Now, you as an employee, what you should know, you should be aware that once you start this job, you work for this company, you work for these people, they have your responsibility to make sure that your workplace is very safe. If you work in the office, like we talked about ergonomic, make sure you have a nice chair. The chair that you are sitting on should not be teared down. The seat pen, the cushion should be there so that when you sit, you can feel a very good motion. The backrest should be fine. Your desk should be okay. They should give you a monitor if you need 2 monitors or whatever. A keyboard should be there. You have to have a keyboard with a wrist rest to make sure you protect your wrist. So all those components around your office need to be put in place, and it is your responsibility to find out if I am okay with my workstation. And if not, you better make sure that your safety, the risk management of your department send a safety professional to come see you and evaluate your desk to make sure that your desk that you are using fit your body shape, fit your person, your body height. And every recommendation and a technique that you're going to receive that day from your safety professional, it is also now your responsibility to use those techniques learned in training to minimize the risk of injury. So very, very important to understand. And also utilize a proper lifting technique. We have employee work in the field, or even in the office space. Sometimes we go to the storage room to move boxes, or to open this, or to move something around. You have to have a proper lifting technique, and also use a mechanical device that your department will provide to you, when lifting or moving large or heavy object around the office. And if mechanical device is not available, obtain assistance from other employee. Call your coworker, call your team so that you guys can move those boxes together. Again, I always say that to the employee. We don't want error in the workplace. You are not error in the workplace. You already got the job. Your goal is to make sure at the end of the day, you go back home safely to see your family. So if you cannot move that then box by yourself, please call your friend. Because if you smash your back, you're the loser. Yes, the department is going to be helping you, but where are you going to be? Sitting in the hospital, screaming, you cannot sleep, you cannot drive, because you sacrifice your back in the workplace to be a hero. And now you're going to lose your strength. You're going to use your happiness from 1, 2, 3, 4 years, threatening those kind of injury. And I would like to point out. Hello? Can you guys meet, please? Hello, I want also to mention this. Sometimes we tend to say, oh, people who work in the construction side, people who work outside, they are the most exposed to injury. And I work in the office base, I am very covered, but we have to understand that someone who works in the construction side, when he smashes his finger with the hammer, we're gonna take him to the ER. He's gonna get the bandage. We're gonna pour alcohol on it, and he might have 1 week, 2 weeks to come back to work when this finger going to be dried up. But you, carpal tunnel syndrome, back injury, tenderness, it doesn't come one day. You don't have that injury in 1 second. It takes time to happen. Your carpal tunnel syndrome going to come when you are doing, when you're going to be using your awkward position, every day, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, after 5 years, when your finger gonna bump out, that is the beginning of the carpal tunnel syndrome. And to bring your finger back, it's gonna take longer. Back injury, the same thing. So I just want to point out here that you as an employee, it is your very, very good responsibility to make sure that you take care of yourself. The employee has that responsibility. If you are 10 employees or more, to make sure you are safe, to make sure the device you are using is appropriate for your job. Next. Okay, here is just a basic information about reporting injury. Like I just mentioned, when you have injury in the workplace, report that to your to the risk management or to your risk management and or employee health and safety or what name or any name that your department has provided that represent the risk management, because each division, each department has their own name. And you have also the return to work, which is also working for you guys. If you work in that kind of department, make sure you know the rule for the return to work. When you have injury and you have to leave the work, those people have the responsibility to assist you, to make sure that you have that time to go take care of yourself and you can come back without losing your job, because it's their responsibility to make sure. And these people work in combination with the human resource. Human resource also is connecting to them to make sure that they take care of you. Next slide. And share it is just short video. It is 8 minutes. If you can have time to watch it, gonna ask Yannick to open the video, and you can start the video in a little bit forward so that they can see the essential. It's a 10 question that they are asking and talking about ergonomic in the workplace. That might also be a supplemental to what I just shared. That might also help you guys. And after that, if you have few questions, you can ask. It's already 10:04. If someone want to leave, you can also leave. But if you want to stay for a few minutes for this video, you are welcome to stay, and I will be happy to answer any question. Thank you. Yannick, we cannot listen. We cannot hear. You have to share the sound.
Yes, one moment, please. Let me.
Hi,
Are you hearing me, Dad?
welcome back to the hsebox.com channel.
Yes.
This is a series of videos in which we answer 10
Let
questions.
me. Yeah.
Hi, welcome back to the hsebox.com channel. This is a series of videos in which we answer 10 questions related to health, safety, and the environment. Please subscribe to our channel and enable the notifications bell so you can be alerted whenever we post a new video. In this video, we will talk about 10 questions and answers related to ergonomics in the workplace. Let's get started. Question number 1. What is ergonomics?
Ergonomics is the science of designing and arranging the work environment to fit the worker. It takes into account the worker's capabilities and limitations in order to make sure that tasks, equipment, information, and the environment suit each worker. Ergonomics is based on the principles of biomechanics, anthropometrics, and physiology to make sure that the workplace is comfortable and safe for workers and facilitates their productivity.
Question number 2. What are the common causes of musculoskeletal disorders in the workplace?
Common causes of musculoskeletal disorders in the workplace include poor posture, repetitive motion, and heavy lifting. Poor posture can lead to strain on the neck, shoulders, and back, while repetitive motion can lead to fatigue and strain on the joints and muscles. Heavy lifting can lead to strain on the back and arms, as well as muscle fatigue. Additionally, long periods of sitting or standing can also lead to musculoskeletal disorders.
Question number 3. What are the benefits of ergonomics in the workplace?
Ergonomics in the workplace can help to reduce the risk of injury, increase productivity and efficiency, improve morale, reduce fatigue and stress, and promote a safe and healthy work environment. It can also help to reduce the costs associated with workplace injuries, as well as medical and insurance costs. In addition, ergonomic practices can improve morale by providing a comfortable and pleasant working environment.
Question number 4. What are the risks associated with ergonomics in the workplace?
Poorly designed workstations, equipment, and processes can lead to musculoskeletal disorders, fatigue, and strain injuries. Overuse injuries can also be caused by the repetitive nature of many tasks. Additionally, poorly designed environments can cause mental stress, which can lead to physical fatigue and a decrease in productivity.
Question number 5. What are some ergonomic design principles for the workplace?
Ergonomic design principles for the workplace include selecting the right equipment for the task, adjusting the equipment to fit the user, providing adjustable furniture, providing adequate lighting, reducing noise levels, and providing a comfortable working environment. Additionally, ergonomic design principles also include providing adequate space for movement and allowing the user to maintain a neutral posture when using the equipment.
Question number 6. What types of ergonomic assessments are available?
Ergonomic assessments are available in the form of physical assessments, task assessments, and environmental assessments. Physical assessments involve evaluating the physical characteristics of the user, such as their size, strength, and range of motion. Task assessments involve evaluating the tasks that the user performs, such as the frequency, duration, and intensity of the task. Finally, environmental assessments involve evaluating the work environment, such as the temperature, humidity, lighting, and noise levels.
Question number 7. What are some ergonomic solutions to reduce fatigue and strain in the workplace?
Ergonomic solutions to reduce fatigue and strain in the workplace include adjusting the workstation to fit the user, providing adjustable furniture, providing adequate lighting, providing adequate space for movement, and allowing the user to maintain a neutral posture when using the equipment. Additionally, ergonomic solutions also include providing comfortable seating, using adjustable keyboards and mice, providing adjustable footrests, and taking regular breaks.
Question number 8. What are the components of an ergonomics program?
The components of an ergonomics program include assessing the workplace, identifying risk factors, establishing goals and objectives, implementing solutions, monitoring results, and evaluating the program. Assessing the workplace involves evaluating the tasks that the user performs, the physical characteristics of the user, and the work environment. Identifying risk factors involves identifying potential sources of injury, such as poor posture, repetitive motion, and heavy lifting. Establishing goals and objectives involves setting specific goals for reducing the risk of injury and improving productivity. Implementing solutions involves selecting and implementing appropriate ergonomic solutions, such as providing adjustable furniture and providing adequate lighting. Monitoring results involves tracking and evaluating the effectiveness of the ergonomics program. Finally, evaluating the program involves assessing the effectiveness of the solutions implemented and making changes as necessary.
Question number 9. What are the steps for implementing an ergonomics program?
The steps for implementing an ergonomics program involve assessing the workplace, identifying risk factors, establishing goals and objectives, selecting and implementing appropriate solutions, monitoring results, and evaluating the program. Assessing the workplace involves evaluating the tasks that the user performs, the physical characteristics of the user, and the work environment. Identifying risk factors involves identifying potential sources of injury, such as poor posture, repetitive motion, and heavy lifting. Establishing goals and objectives involves setting specific goals for reducing the risk of injury and improving productivity. Selecting and implementing solutions involves selecting and implementing appropriate ergonomic solutions, such as providing adjustable furniture and providing adequate lighting. Monitoring results involves tracking and evaluating the effectiveness of the ergonomics program. Finally, evaluating the program involves assessing the effectiveness of the solutions implemented and making changes as necessary.
Question number 10. What are some ergonomic measures to reduce the risk of musculoskeletal disorders in the workplace?
Ergonomic measures to reduce the risk of musculoskeletal disorders in the workplace include adjusting the workstation to fit the user, providing adjustable furniture, providing adequate lighting, providing adequate space for movement, and allowing the user to maintain a neutral posture when using the equipment. Additionally, ergonomic measures also include providing comfortable seating, using adjustable keyboards and mice, providing adjustable footrests, and taking regular breaks. Ergonomic measures can also involve providing training on the proper use of equipment, introducing job rotation practices, and providing job aids and tools to reduce manual labor.
We hope that this video gives you a better understanding of health, safety, and the environment. If you have any queries, please leave a comment, and we will be
Okay,
glad.
Yannick. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You can stop. Thank you so much, guys. It's 10:13. We are already overpassed our time, and thank you for those who were able to listen to this presentation. If you have any question, you are free to ask question now. If you cannot, I think I pass the floor to Elvis, and you can adjourn the meeting.
Yes, thank you so much, President. And particularly now it was Cyrille that was giving this presentation, this workshop about ergonomics, the skeletal disorder. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that some of us, a lot of us who do have workstations and workplaces, we do need that sort of information to do something and positively impact how we interact every day in our lives at work, precisely. So with that, I don't know if anybody has any question for Cyrille, and then if there's no question, going once, going twice, and not sold. I think that's it. And now, thank you so much, everybody. That was an interesting meeting today. We've gotten a lot of information as regard to not only our gala night. Okay. Okay. Somebody's speaking.
Yeah, bonsoir to la grande famille. Hello.
Okay, Papa.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you.
Very happy, really excited to hear all the big family, and the presentation was very excellent, Cyrille. I love it. I might call you again on, I might call you after the meeting. You got to explain that a little bit more to me. And it seems like I might be interested.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I might call you after the meeting that we have to talk a little. You have to give me more detail. And I probably might have a people for you, but we have to talk more. And also, I just want to always take this opportunity to introduce again what I do, and I know anybody need, if anybody have an issue with a car, one address, CNK Collision, I got the tow, and I do everything right now. Engine, body, you have an insurance, you have a deductible, I all do that, and I help you guys. Remember, any accident anywhere in Los Angeles, if you are in Fontana or Rancho Cucamonga, Palmdale, I cover all those areas. And also, Mr. Elvis, I want to congratulate you for your book. Well done. I like that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And, I think you just brought something that's absolutely important for our meeting. So, which is, yes, we come to the meeting to repeat the same scenarios the past many years. But the thing is, some of the times, we don't know what our brother or sister is doing. So which means this is going for the president, I mean, me included, for the bureau to always have a slot of time for members to be able to share a bit what they're doing. I think that part is quite important because as Bamileke, we want to consume us. And
exactly.
Yeah, the brother here has these amazing car services, from towing to repair to just about anything that you can imagine, body shop precisely, which is important. And many of us might be in a situation, we could be even closer to him and not knowing that he's there. So that's why I exhort all of us that now in our agenda, every meeting now, so that we can have that slot of time, it could be at the end of the meeting or any part of the meeting, where the people who do have businesses that can profit some of our members, we can share that really, because this is helping us. This is going to us. This is actually, it's something that is developmental in terms of business, in terms of industries and stuff like that. So thank you, Brother Chamberlain, for actually even saying that and encourage us to do that even more. Every meeting, we have to introduce that, maybe about possibly 20 minutes or so. So everybody who has a business, something they're starting to do, something like that.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Elvis. It's very important. I want to give you guys a little bit of chips right there, because actually the game I'm changing on the field right now about the insurance go up crazy. If anybody check a bill, the insurance bill is going higher, right? And what's going on actually right now is little thing that happening on the street, people gonna play game and go after your insurance. That's why I highly recommend, if you have any issue with the car, before call your insurance, call me. I got you through it. If not, you're gonna pay for the price for the almost 7 years on your life, because they're gonna do everything to stick the insurance, the foot on your back. If you got to the accident, before call your insurance, call me. Hey, Mr. Chamberlain, I just got to the accident. That then explain to me, and I'll explain to you how to manage. It's very important. I got the brothers that got to the accident. I think the ex-vice president, he got hit that lady just on the side. And guess what the lady did? The lady's going forward and try to swallow his insurance. When I say swallow, going deep and try to make that as a big deal. It was not a big deal, right? Because he did not know. He gave information to the lady. No, you don't have to give the information to the lady. You just have to say, hey, listen, I don't have insurance right now, but I can fix your car. I got a body shop that I work with. Send the car there, and basically you don't have it. You don't want to give your insurance, because as long as you give your insurance, don't deal. They're going to score your insurance. It's extremely important right now. Extremely important. When you got to the accident, just call me right away. I'm pick up my phone 24 hours. you know. But I'm going to give more detail to anybody that want to know more because a lot of things have changed out there with the insurance, especially car insurance.
All right, brother. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
And Sambala,
Yes. Yes, sir.
we just wanted to mention that one of our goals with this bureau, we're trying to, this is just an example I show as a president. So
Yes,
I encourage every member of CALBA. CALBA belongs to us. If for us, we have to own it. That means we want every single person who have something specific, any talent, anything that you want to share that can help us, please bring it to the board. And we're going to give you a time to share. What information you provided now, those are significantly important information that we would love to give you 30 minutes on the floor in one of our meeting so you can talk about it and member will understand. So
Thank you.
just let me know, contact me later on, and let's talk about the best time, the month that you can present what you do
Okay,
and explain to the community so people can be aware about that. That will be perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Shambhala. I want to know if you mess with box truck as well.
What
Just
again?
like, do you mess with box truck?
What does that mean?
Like, do you repair box trucks, or it's just like regular cars?
No, depend for what type of but if we're talking about with insurance or just like something like repair cashly. It depends.
Yeah. My
And
question is like, do you fix the box trucks,
the
or
box of yes. If it's a body, yes. If it's a body, yes. And
okay.
the reason that I ask also, it depends also if you want to go with the insurance or you want to go with the cash price. That's what you want. Yes, I do fix that.
Oh, okay. So you don't mess with the engine or something like that,
No,
do you?
I don't. No, I don't really mess up with. But I have a very good guy that I work with. He basically my partner. When I have something, I send that to him, and he do that and give me my price basically. And that's why also you guys gonna be beneficial for me because say an example, you bring the clock to me, right? And my guy when he have to fix it, he have to give me a special price, and plus, and I can buy the part with my discount. That you're gonna be beneficial from that because I buy with the wholesale, right? That
Okay.
I'm going to be like, oh, that's my truck. I'm going to buy a part. And when I go buy a part, I go back to AutoZone or Raleigh, whatever. I got a huge discount that you cannot have access on those discount. And that's why you're going to be beneficial as a CALBA member because me.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
You see, okay, no problem.
All right. I guess we are set for today. So, and that was really an interesting meeting. A lot of great information today. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank each and every one of you to be part of this moment because even if you didn't speak, your contribution meant that you were there to listen. You were there to provide your energy, even with your video just being open or closed. So thank you so much for that. I think we will adjourn this meeting. And of course, we can open it for any, like just what they call the miscellaneous. If anybody want to hang out, just talk about whatever, it's time to do so now. Thank you so much. Thank you, President. Thank you, every single one. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Fair enough.